Hello guys, welcome back to another Lumley training video. In this one we are going to be looking at Mullen, ticker MULN. So to get straight into the analysis, we can see we're basically at 40 cents as we're recording this. Again, this is going to be recorded one day in advance because I usually don't have time to make videos on the Friday. So this is being made Thursday before the market open. You can see 5:45 market time, so Eastern time. Now, what are we kind of paying attention to? So obviously we came into our first deviation, we've hit this resistance multiple times, we keep pulling back. So really it is kind of a key thing, keep paying attention to kind of this 42 cents. Because again, if we retest this again, most likely going to keep selling off. But be watching this. If we can kind of break out of this level, do expect not so much of a squeeze, but definitely like a move to the upside. Again, to make maybe the entry a bit safer, wait for a break of that high, so around 45 cents. Now, if we break this level, our next target is going to be 65 cents. That's our first deviation over on the 1 year. If we break that, we're then looking at 78 cents as that next target. And breaking through there would be 116 and 137 as those kind of further out targets. But really the main thing I'd be paying attention to now is, again, overall, the market is still pretty weak. Obviously, these kind of high depth stocks, small cap stocks, they are kind of a last thing people are going to be putting money into. So again, these are always going to be weaker than the overall market when markets are weak. Obviously, when markets are booming, then a lot more money is thrown in these, and that's why you see them pump a lot more in a strong market. But in a weak market, again, I would always be more bearish on these kind of stocks. If we can kind of break that 41 and then break the 45, then expect maybe a potential breakout, and that should take us hopefully to that $65 deviation. But if it fails once more, again, what are we paying attention to then from a support side? And from a deviation perspective, the only support we have is at 4 cents. So, very far off, probably not going to happen, and, it's just going to be, even if it does happen, it's going to take quite a while. So what other levels we can pay attention to as support? Again, as these aren't deviations, they're not going to be as strong. And again, I would always be reducing size if I'm trading them. So obviously, a pretty clean and kind of simple technical drawing. You can just see quite an easy support over here. So, that will probably be a bounce location. And then just paying attention to the key psychological levels. Really, I'd be paying attention to the 25 cents, the 52-week low at 18 cents, and if we did break that low, 10 cents. And those would be the only supports I'm really paying attention to. But overall, I'm not all that optimistic, and not something I'd be looking to trade to the downside at all. I prefer kind of catching these stocks short because I just find it a lot easier to trade. Usually hitting it with the options, again going through credit or debit spreads. Don't then need to time it perfectly. But, when it goes to those overbought areas, we know 9 times out of 10 it's going to pull back below relatively quickly. So that's usually how I look to trade them. Anyway, that is the breakdown on Mullen. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out this analysis video.